we go. Sorry I was backwards. Not sure why. But we are here. How are you? Just getting everything together for ya. So how's everything tonight? Yes? I hope it's well. Alright, let's see what we got here, huh? We get the computer set while you guys are coming on. And we'll get moving here. No problem. Let's shrink my screen down a tiny bit. There we go. And who's with me? Say hello. Is that Miss Cheryl? Because I'm doing your shimmer paint tonight, my dear. So I hope it's you. I changed the screen so you guys could see better, so I can't see who's on with me anymore. So you got to be a little more vocal, okay? I don't have a problem with that. I don't know if you do. Never seem to have a problem being loud. Alrighty. So are we set and ready? I hope so. Hi, Jude. How are you? Hey, Cheryl. So we are doing shimmer paint in 3 different ways tonight. Okay? You got it? I hope so. Let me get one more silicone mat. Hold on. I need one more for the white. Alright. So, for tonight, I know I'm off the edge. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hi, Cheryl. Yes, of course it's you, honey. So, alright, so for tonight, I'm doing some techniques for you on different ways to use this shimmer paint, okay? So, I should introduce myself, shouldn't I? Alright, so, Johnny Daniel, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! If you don't know, I was at the Gem and Mineral Show all day today. I have some cool stuff to sell, some cool stuff to share. So come on by. I'm up at the Joshua Tree Sportsman's Club. And yes, they have some barbecue to sell too. So if you want to come at lunchtime and get some decent barbecue, it's not too bad. Just saying. So, alrighty. Enough of that chit chat, huh? Alright. So I have the frost white and I have the copper of the 2 shimmer paints. I did not buy all of them because let's face it, I have not made my million yet. I'm just teasing. Alright, so you want to make sure to shake these guys. They all have roller balls inside, so you want to make sure to shake them. And usually, to get it out, you just use paintbrush. But because I have a sponge and whatnot, what I'm going to do, hold on, ever so slightly, is I'm going to tip some out. Okay? I hope you can see this. I think I'm right on the edge of the screen. But what I'm going to do is just drop a couple drops, and that's all it's going to take, honestly, to cover this whole thing. Okay? Alright. So, I'm going to grab a sponge. You can also grab a paintbrush. You can also, I ran soft suede through the embossing folder for the tin, okay? Now, you can also paint the embossing folder if you would prefer it to be more in the paper, but I wanted it to sit on top, so it's really up to you on what you do. Alright, so I am just putting some white on the sponge, and I am going to go like this, just this simple, right? And that's going to give a little shimmer. And honestly, if you want it, and I turned it because I didn't want my fingers all in it. And if you want it more white, if you want more shimmer, if you want anything of the sort, guess what you do? You add more. And I'm going to go through the lines. Now you need to be careful, and here's the reason why. Because it's paper. So obviously there's some wetness to paint, right? Okay, there you go. So I've added a little bit of shimmer to this. I hope you can see it. And so that's our first way. You want to make sure to set this aside and let it dry for about 5 minutes before you touch it again, okay? So that's one way to do it. The second way, Miss Cheryl, would be your way. All right, so I have got a spritzer tube, okay? And I have got it full, probably about 3/4 of the way, okay? And I'm gonna take the lid off. And I'm gonna shake my copper, which I probably should have done before I took the lid off just to prevent, but you know, I live on the edge, okay? So we're gonna do this. And what we're gonna do, now, you only need about 2 or 3 drops out of this whole tube unless you want a lot of shimmer. But honestly, if you do more than about 10, it clogs your little sprayer. So you only wanna do a couple drops into this guy. So you can see how a couple ounces of this paint is going to last you quite some time. It is a little bottle, but believe it or not, it will actually last you if you don't spill it, which I've been known to do. Okay, so I'm going to twist this guy on and we're going to shake and see how that's turning that alcohol. You should be able to see it, yes, where it's kind of swirly. You do not want to have the High Pro Glow alcohol, which is, I think this is 70% and the other one's all near 85 or 90% instead. But the higher percentage one actually like almost curdles the paint. So you really don't, just use regular household rubbing alcohol, no problem. Okay, so we're going to take the lid off. And you know what, before I do this, we're going to prime this and get this going. So you want to make sure, there we go. So you want to make sure to kind of get your pump going because you got to get it up in that tube, right? So the further away you are, and yes, it smells like rubbing alcohol in here. The further away you are, the more splattered. If you want more spots, you're going to get closer, okay? And yes, that curled up, it will flatten back out when it dries, okay? And, whew, alcohol, sorry. So you can see there's just a rose tint to this, okay? If you want a deeper copper color, you're gonna add a couple more drops. But I just wanted just barely because I'm probably gonna put it with copper ribbon and some embossing and that kind of stuff. So I really didn't want there to be a lot. I just wanted a hint, okay? So there you go. All right, so the last one, you're gonna laugh at me because, believe it or not, I do not have bubble wrap right now. I have the big hunker bubbles that are like this big around, but I do not have little ones. So if you do not have little ones, I am taking a padded envelope. Now, if you want to not buy your envelope, guess what you can do? You can order them from the Postal Service. The padded envelopes you can get for free, and you can tear them apart just like I am doing. If you don't want to pay, I think it's, you know, you get a pack of 3 at Dollar Tree or something like that. So if you don't want to pay, order them from Postal, wait a week, and they will come, okay? There's always a way if you want it bad enough, right? Okay, so we got to find an edge here because this is the flat side. And usually I can find it pretty easy, but of course because I'm on camera, guess what? It's going to be harder. Okay, so you really don't care if paper sticks because honestly it really won't. You just want the texture, okay? So there's that. And I'm going to peel some of this off because I don't want big old hunker streaks. But, all right, so I've got my bubble wrap here. I've got my copper. I'm going to put a couple drops. Seems to be the theme for tonight, right? A couple drops. Actually, a few more because I know that it's going to take a few. So that's about 5 drops, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my sponge and I'm going to fill it pretty good. And I'm going to figure out, do I need to do this way or this way? I need to go this way. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to streak my bubbles. And what I'm doing is creating texture for a background. Okay. So I am grabbing my paint. Now, notice I always go this way. So you might want to turn this around and also go this way, so it doesn't look like you have streaks only coming from one side. But, you know, you can do whatever you want. I'm just letting you know what I'm thinking, okay? All right, so before this paint dries, I'm going to stick my white down here, and I'm going to stick my bubble wrap here, and I'm going to press, and I'm going to press, and I'm going to press, and I'm going to hope it comes out the way I want. Because each time it's totally different. So if you're a perfectionist, I would not recommend this. And if you stress out, guess what? You have bubble wrap to pop. Just not on the paint side, right? So, okay? So each time comes out way different. And honestly, if you have bubble wrap that has not been here in the summertime, you will have more air in it and you will have a better look to it. So, it's really up to you on how this works. Okay, so that is 3 different ways to use your shimmer paint. Okay, so I hope you found this helpful. If you don't have the shimmer paint, you can order it from me, obviously. Yes, I have an order going in, seems like all the time, doesn't it? I do have one coming up in just, let's see, on Monday. And then from there, it'll be card cloth stuff and all that kind of stuff. So, all right. So, there's our 3 ideas. Tell me which one you like the best when you try it, please. And without anything else, I think I'm going to go grab dinner because I haven't stopped yet. Stampingwithjohnny.com to follow me. And thank you for joining me tonight. Have a great night. Enjoy your shimmer paint. Bye-bye.